It ought to concern every nation because it endangers public health and fuels violence and organized crime. I'm talking about the injustice, the outrage of human trafficking, which must be called by its true name, modern slavery.
Hi, my name is Nadia Scott. I'm from Trinidad.
Hi, I'm Sharla Weir. I'm from Barbados.
Hi, my name is Stefan. I'm from Guyana.
Hi, my name is Attorneys Anderson, and today we'll be discussing the topic of human trafficking in Trinidad and Tobago.
In Trinidad and Tobago and the wider Caribbean, few people are aware that in these picturesque countries lies a heinous, invisible crime known as human trafficking.
Human trafficking
It's a form of
Modern-day slavery.
In the Caribbean. And
it is real.
One of the issues that we come up with is that some countries believe that they do not have the problem because the problem is so hidden and so underground. And I remember when I first were approaching some governments, they would say, oh no, that doesn't happen here. It happens maybe in Eastern Europe. It might happen in Southeast Asia, but it wouldn't happen in the Caribbean, it won't happen in Central America. But it does happen.
The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, United Nations Human Rights Council, as well as the U.S. State Department have identified human trafficking as a problem in the Caribbean, most notably in Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Belize, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Guyana, and Trinidad and Tobago.
human trafficking is the transfer, recruitment, transportation, harboring, or receipt of persons by some means of threat or force for exploitation.
This exploitation would include, amongst other things, using persons for the purposes of prostitution, pornography, forced labor, transportation of illegal items, as well as the illicit removal of human organs.
Human trafficking violates a number of fundamental human rights, such as the right to life, the right to freedom of movement, the right not to be submitted to forced labor, and the right not to be subjected to torture or cruel, inhumane, degrading treatment or punishment.
Human trafficking also violates a number of other human rights under the Convention on the Rights of the Child, the Convention on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, as well as the International Labour Organization Convention.
It is important to understand that your human rights can only be violated by the government or someone acting on behalf of the government. It is the obligation of the government to identify, protect, and support the victims of human trafficking by ensuring that the national legislation, policies, and practices meet the requirements of international law. As such, you can bring a case against your government for failing to enforce its obligation. This case can be brought before an international court or before a local court, depending on the local law. The action against the traffickers is a criminal action and not one for the violation of your human rights.
Human trafficking does not discriminate. Anyone can be a victim, regardless of age, gender, occupation, religious belief, or social status.
Cases we've had in Trinidad and Tobago for 2013, ages ranged from 19 to as old as 45. And you have persons who have degrees, university degrees, as well as you have those who are not as literate or as educated. You know, and we have, of course, different nationalities, different races. You know, so that's, as I said, anyone can be trafficked and anyone can become a victim.
Just recently, the local Counter Trafficking Unit announced that they have actually rescued 13 migrants from various situations of human trafficking in 2013 alone. So we are faced with instances of human trafficking. A lot of the trafficking that has been identified is for sexual exploitation, forced labor, and domestic servitude. These are the three main areas of trafficking that have been identified for Trinidad and Tobago. Our email address is info@curbtrafficking.org. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/curb.trafficking.
Citizens can all play a part in fighting this heinous crime. Some ways in which you and I can play our part is by
Contact the Caribbean Umbrella Body for Restorative Behaviour via Facebook, email, or Twitter.
You can call the police or the Ministry of National Security. The officers have an obligation to provide the victims of human trafficking as well as their family with reasonable protection to prevent recapture or threats from the traffickers and their associates.
Join the fight against human trafficking now.